H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatt. I'm trying to turn this thing down. I don't know what the hell's going on. Coming to you live. I'm on the West Coast. You can see in the background, it's the Queen Mary behind me. Boy, let me tell y'all something. I got to talk to y'all about that. I've been coming to LA for a million years, and I've never been to Long Beach. Oh my God, Long Beach. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But shout out to everybody. Let me talk to my starting five. Wait a minute. I don't see none of my Facebook people. Oh, wait a minute. Where Facebook people at? I ain't seen them on the screen. Wait a minute. Hold on. I see Tanya. I see Trey Williams, but they ain't popped up on my big screen. But I see a few. I see Tanya. I see. Let me tell you what I see. I see Darryl Barnes. I see Sean Davis. I see Michael Smith on YouTube, and but on my Facebook people ain't up there yet. But I oh, there you go. There you go. They popping up now. It just wasn't popping up on there yet. But man, it was a heck of a weekend. I wonder what y'all want to talk about. You know I want to see what y'all want to talk about there. You know? I mean, somebody texted me and said I wasn't loud enough the other day. My voice was low. Y'all got to understand, sometimes I just can't be talking loud all the damn time. So I'm going to turn my mic up just a little bit. Because see, what I found out, some of the guys be on trucks. Like Michael, they be on trucks. And, you know, they be traveling and they be on the diesel trucks and they're so loud on the road, they can't hear. So he said, that's our homeboy. It's a lovely downtown. Let me tell y'all something, man. I had the impression that the LBC was where Snoop Dogg was from, and that was just where. What? Long Beach? That Long Beach behind me. The Pike? The condo? The Long Beach is my spot. The Cajun spot. I ate at right on the water. Y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. He said, that man said, before I get started, let me tell you something. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. See? Maybe I need to pray before I get on the show sometime. Before you get started, is there any way I can get into TSU practice to watch during the week? This same guy, I told him to send me an email to Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com so me and him can convert. Evidently, he want everybody to know he going to TSU practice. So if you want everybody to know, you go to TSU practice. If you wanted my help to get in TSU practice, you would have emailed me at chopshophtx at gmail.com, and then we could have been talking about this. But I guess you want to know, let people know before I get started. You trying to tell Malcolm, the nerve of some of you Negroes, before I get started. Y'all hear me? Let me give you some water. Where my girls at, man? You ain't email me? You ain't email me. I said Chop Shop HTX. If you didn't put the HTX, I got the email right here. You ain't email me. Hold on. Let me see. Nope. You might have didn't put the HTX in there. You got to put Chop Shop HTX at gmail.com. Everybody else, somebody just text me. Everybody else can get to me. No, I'm messing with you. That man said, before I get started. Okay. 'Cause I'm not putting that information on the screen, big coach. So you got to figure out Chop Shop, CHOP, HTX at gmail.com. Because I'm going through the mail right now. I like these kind of emails. Thank you, big coach. Big coach, I just got 2 good emails. I ain't checked it today. Thank you, man. Terry Terry Satcher just sent me some he sent me some stuff about his son against the Dallas Oak Cliff. TJ Hatcher. He must have did some at the Gasso. Had a great okay. He sent me some highlights. Okay. See, I'd like to hear from him. Shout out to TJ Satcher. Let me keep going. Big coach, you know I'm gonna stay on you. But oh, you did Yahoo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I love this show, man. That man said, before you get started, Negro. He didn't mean it like that. That's I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just messing around. Y'all, that's my man. Big coach, my man. Daryl Barnes, my man. Alfio V's my man. If I ever constantly mess with you, you my dude. Stop it, Daryl Barnes. I'm not going there with you today. But did anything happen? Michael Jordan from Long Beach? Michael Jordan. Let me tell y'all something. Can't nobody if somebody says something bad about Long Beach, we might fight. That's my spot. But did anything Hold on. Happen? I mean, that's my spot. Listen, Michael Jordan, I've been on this earth a long time. I used to have a place out here in LA. I used to be out here all the time. I was out here when Robert Horry was out here. I was out here when Sam Cassell was out here. I was out here when now one of them was out here. I was out here. My brother lived out here on Green Valley Circle, right there in Culver City. I'll never forget it. Ain't nobody never took me to the LBC. Because I didn't really want, because the guys out, Robert ain't gonna ride out there. Sam definitely ain't gonna ride out there. So I never went. So somebody just thought enough of me and said, come on, man, I'm taking you riding. Other than my son coming here the other day and me and him playing golf, it's best, and just being with my grandson every day. Y'all, that boy, I got me some cheesecake from this place called Miss Harriet's. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I got to work out today. Y'all, let me tell you something. I thought the LBC, cause Snoop Dogg Double G was I thought it was the hood. Now hold up. They told me they got a hood now. He said, Robert, don't get too out of place. They got a hood. But the Pike. Michael Jordan, how come you tell me about the Pike? The Pikes were all the shops and all of that. And then they got this, you're right on the water. Y'all know I like water. Everybody had their boats. You know, I got a little jealous. Everybody got their boats. I couldn't pull mine up there. So it's just, man, let me tell y'all something. Dedrick, that's why you have to go experience stuff yourself. Because I had an opinion about Long Beach because of Snoop Dogg. And never just explored it. Never. I seen the sign, 405 going to Long Beach. I ain't never went that way. I'll stop and go off the Catalina or Palos Verdes. But I never got a chance. Man, I'm just glad I lived long enough to go see that. It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah, Team USA getting busy. I'm watching it over here. But y'all, I just got to tell y'all about my travels. Y'all, I got to tell you. Because maybe y'all, Dedrick Carr, did you know about Long Beach? That is Moody. Have you ever experienced Long Beach? Chad Ware, have you ever been to Long Beach? Big Coach, have you ever been to Long Beach? Darryl Barnes, have you ever been? See, y'all ain't said Tanya. Have you ever, Tanya Kimber and Tanya Faulkner, have y'all ever been to Long Beach? Jeremy Davis, have you ever been? It's unbelievable. He said Long Beach probably is in the hood, but you would know. I didn't know. I didn't say Cali is great. I said, have you ever been? I've lived in Cali, Mr. Where? But I've never been to Long Beach. I've lived in Beverly Hills. I've lived in Calabasas. I've lived in what's that? Woodland Hills. Mister, because he kind of yeah, Cali's great. I ain't talking about Cali. I said Long Beach. Long Beach. I said Long Beach. I ain't never been. I'm serious, y'all. I done been out here a million times and lived out here. And ain't not one person said, I've been to Paradise Cove. I've been to Malibu. I've been to Santa Barbara. I've been to all of these places. Venice Beach. All these places. Ain't nobody said, man, let's go to Long Beach. Not one time. I've been to Manhattan Beach. Hermosa Beach. What Marina Del Rey. We stayed with a family friend in Compton, and we took a trip to. See, I didn't know that. He said, "My stick." Y'all. Y'all. See, I told you. See, y'all have been to better places than me. I just made it. I might have been to Iceland and Greenland, Antarctica, but I ain't never been to Long Beach. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? He said I played in the summer league in Long Beach at the Pyramid when I was there. See there. But all of this stuff wasn't up there in no 93, in no 03. So the Pike was there in 03. If you look brand new to me. But it's just unique, man. And y'all, last night, somebody's just said, there go Big Coach. Big Coach, my bad, man. Big Coach sent it straight to me, y'all. I got it out of here. Yeah, rest in peace, Jacoby Jones. That's on my list. Let me get to my list because I go off. I have to tell y'all my stuff. I went to a restaurant last night on top of the Intercontinental Hotel downtown called the La Boucherie. Oh my goodness. Oh, did I show y'all? Hold on. I got to show you my view. Y'all, y'all gotta understand. I just be like, man, it was all right. I can't tell you. Hold up. They had me right. Hold up. Hold up, yeah. Okay. I got y'all hold on. Indulge me for a minute. Hey Doug, look how they had your homeboy. Doug, this how your homeboy was on top of. Let me see, can I just bring up? I'm gonna see, can I bring it in? I ain't did it. I ain't never did this, y'all. This new. Oh no, let's bring it out of there. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I got to show y'all this, man. I had fun, man. But I don't like height. I don't like when I'm way up in the air. And but got to show y'all. It's another one of my birthday dinners. Everybody, you got some people just coming and taking me out for my birthday. I guess my birthday every day. I told somebody that my birthday was every day. Wait a minute, Hatter, Labochery. Hey, y'all if you ever out here, you got to go to this restaurant. But I'm gonna tell you the restaurant. I can't give you no glowing. I love the atmosphere. But I can't give you no I can't give you no stamp. If y'all go there, just go for the view. Cause that food was bullcrap. Mine. I ordered something that was very. I ordered a lobster. I ain't gonna tell you how much it cost, but that motherfucker was so little. Y'all. But I was nice. I was nice to him. But I ain't like that. I'm trying to put the picture on. I guess I'm using too much um, bandwidth to put the picture on. So I shouldn't have tried it. I wish I can cancel it. Please let me cancel it. Wish I can cancel it. But I went there. But let me start this show off. What's up, Doug Jones? Because Doug Jones, I'm glad you're here because I want you to tell. Oh, there your homeboy. There your homeboy on top of the world. Okay, there you go. There your homeboy on top of the world. There your homeboy on top of the world up there. 70 some floors up. Y'all don't need to see it. 70 some floors up in the air. I ain't gonna lie, I was nerves. Then I realized where I was. I said, oh my God. So, but I want to start this show off, Doug, and just tell you how, because a lot of stuff happened this weekend. Yeah, happy birthday, Kevin Lewis. Happy birthday, Walter Yates. But let me tell y'all something. Oh, the Malcolm sound clean. Malcolm, I just don't have on little stuff on there. See, Malcolm, y'all just think old Rob got a couple of outfits. Let me see. Let me put it back. Hold up, I made it too. Oh, Malcolm, I'm trying to make it bigger, Mal. Malcolm, there your homeboy is, Mal. Damn, Mal. Just did a little something. They took my picture. But Chad, and I got to talk about this. There's no place anywhere for political violence. You don't like him? Take him out with your vote. I am so sick of these campaign games. And I want y'all to understand some of this stuff. I'm watching USA basketball to my right over here. They beating the brakes off Australia. But then I thought about Black Twitter. Saw Twitter with the black people on. Black Twitter. Twitter, a lot of black people on. Y'all, that whatever that was, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I didn't understand it. I just don't understand it. And y'all know me, if I don't understand something, it's hard for me to talk about, but I just literally 6 hours after the supposedly assassination attempt of 45, that's his name. Somebody did this. Not this 6 hours. I'm just trying to see how talented we are. We can already cast, film, edit, and post this parody. Y'all watch this. Where can I find this? Watch this. Just watch this.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Mr. President! Hey, I got some old ketchup in my pocket. Oh, yeah, he did that. Never go. Hold on, let me taste it. Ooh. Where you get that from? Hey, shit, this is for my birthday. Oh, we gotta celebrate this. You got that ketchup for birthday? Yeah, put your fist up.
Literally 6 hours after it happened, these young, talented people had already cast, filmed, edited, and posted this spoof. Black people, Twitter's unmatched. And I look at this show and I love this show, but sometimes, y'all, I have to deal with the unmentionable and the uncomfortable. And some people don't like to be uncomfortable, and I understand it. I told you, this show, I liken this to use a metaphor as the world's messiest intersection, where we talk about race, politics, the laws, high school sports, summer basketball. Oh, I got so much summer basketball. I can't wait, Doug. We talk about everything. It's Chris Walker. I never forget when he was telling me about the vision of this show. He was telling the Chop Shop because we always chopping it up. We sit out there and we sit out place. We at a restaurant. We talking. We chopping it up. So this where the Chop Shop derived from. We call it a sports talk show because we talk about sports, but in the barbershop we talk about everything, right? So, but sometimes you have to deal with the unmentionable and the uncomfortable. And something happened this week, and bam! And just like that, nobody talking about the Epstein story having a chance to get any traction or any airtime on TV. Nobody talking about the judge that he appointed, just threw out, he taken home, he had a whole lot of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, and the judge threw that out. A judge that he appointed. A lot of stuff, I'm just throwing some stuff out there. And watching Serena Williams, got a chance to hang out a little bit at the ESPYs. It's right out here too. But I watched her crip walk at the ESPYs. To Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Throwing shade at Drake. But who gonna tell her that her husband is not like us either? Who's gonna tell her? We live in a world, and I'm gonna get to y'all high school basketball. We live in a world that we focus on Biden forgetting names, but I'll focus on Trump forgetting the names of the women he raped. Then I wake up to this news. I'm just giving you the news I woke up to. I'm in the barbershop now. I done walked in the barbershop, just sharing y'all. So they tell me 50 Cent is currently scheduled to perform. Not be a part of it. It's the same 50 Cent. I got on his ass about going up there with that Washington, D.C. with that bullshit. That bull crap. Go back and get the show. But he currently to perform at the GOP convention this week. According to people familiar with the situation. This the dude that we watch his stuff, power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Canaan, rain. He's going to perform at the GOP, the people who champion the Project 2025 that I so eloquently told y'all about last week. Then I think about my young fella, Jacoby Jones, drafted by the Houston Texans. Great spirit, Love for people was powerful. And on Sunday, the NFL community, our community, was heartbroken by the passing of this young man. Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl? Well, I forgot what number it was. Hero. He was a hero, history maker. Y'all, I'm just thinking. It's some stuff happened over the weekend. Yeah, I told y'all to put what y'all talked about. I'm just telling you some stuff that I thought about over the weekend. I'm just going through stuff that I thought about over the weekend. Then I think about I messed around. And I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I'm struggling with this one. Because I like Tyler Perry. I like it. But this man got a movie out called Divorce in the Black. Not even 10 minutes into the film, Tyler Perry in the Black was one of the craziest openings I've ever seen in one of his movies. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. Y'all got to go see it. I ain't telling you go see it. But I was thinking about the words. When I watched this movie, I was thinking about the words of Henry Dumas. Go look him up. Poet, writer. He said, one of the greatest roles ever created by Western man has been the role of the Negro. And one of the greatest actors to play the role has been an N-word. Hey, Joe. How you doing? Tanya. I'm just thinking, Clyde, shout out to your team. I know y'all went out there and whooped some tail. Shout out to who else? Somebody else was undefeated. I saw little Skip, son. What's Skip's son's name? I keep forgetting. What's Skip's son's name? I just call him Little Skip. Reese Austin. I saw that, but I saw y'all doing. We're gonna talk about that. And then USA beat the brakes. Yeah, Clyde, tell me what y'all did. Y'all went and did something, because y'all, it's so much stuff out there. Y'all, I'm just telling you, if you don't send it to me and I have it in my phone, I'm going to tell you the truth. I done forgot it. Thank God I got Doug Jones. Doug Jones helped me a whole lot. I just go to Doug. When I want to know something about high school basketball, Doug is a jewel. He really about their life. A life. He talking about Embiid. I told you, Doug, that big sorry. Doug, what did I tell y'all? I got on this show, said I don't even know why he playing Joel Embiid. Man, so the reason kids take so many gas station pics is the lighting. I ain't never noticed no kids take gas station pics, Doug. Doug, what is you talking about? I'm gonna shout out to the people who Doug was shouting out to. 3D Empire. He shouted out to them. Who else he shouted out to? It's high school basketball. Oh, I got something to talk about. Clyde, I'm glad you're here. Stay here. What does Doug say? One of the rising. Oh, hold up. No, this was Chad Grove. He said one of the rising prospects this past spring is 6'9", 2025 Evan Cochran from Houston, Texas, whom I've known for 4 years and is a co-MVP of Evan. I don't know. Oh, I guess he played for Cougs. Okay, I guess seen it on his shirt. Thank you, Evan Cochran. Then somebody. Oh, Doug, you around here just retweeting stuff. But you give me information. Let me see I'm trying to see what you read. Coaches. Doug, you got me with this one. Coaches that will be at the Gasso next week. Make sure you check out Texas Future Ball. basketball. They have some talented kids on the roster. Doug, I got a question. Wasn't it a Gasso this week? Why is it a Gasso next week too? What's up, Fob? Fob, you still down there? And are you still down in are y'all didn't make it? Are you in happy birthday, Walt? I said it earlier, but you wasn't here. See, I heard Tyler Dager is canceling the gymnastics program at the school after having a historic. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I got to take a look at it. And I can understand why. I mean, shit, they ain't got no money. They ain't just canceling it. They ain't got no money. The 15 years old went 17-0, UH Silver championship overall record. Okay, I like that. 16U, 5-2, finished second, seeded into the UA championship. Okay, had a Reed Shepherd Summer League, is looking good. A lot of people look good in Summer League. Hey, Robert. Can't stay. Just wanted to drop in and say, hey, Crystal. That Crystal is amazing. Why does Gasso get the two live periods and we ain't got one in Houston? Something ain't right now. Something ain't right. But why they having 2 weeks? How many weeks Houston got? How many Houston teams went up there? The Gasso. Somebody. Come on, I'm gonna talk today. Nothing against Gasso. I like Gasso. Somebody said cause of the live period. How many Houston teams went up? Do we have a live period where coaches come to in Houston anymore? Other than the TABC? And if not, why? Thank you, David Garrett, for being on the screen. So it's levels to this basketball stuff, man. Stop telling kids that certain platforms don't matter because they do. They just have to find a platform that works for them. Absolutely. I put that on the board. Whatever you meant by it, I would like, because that's a bland statement that everybody done said a million times. Tell me why you wanted to say that right then. You said it's different levels, this stuff, man. Stop telling kids that certain platforms don't matter. Okay? What are you talking about? They just have to find a platform that's work for them. So guess what? So I don't understand that one. So if certain platforms don't matter, y'all need to share this show because it's finna get good. If certain platforms don't matter, y'all are missing it. I'm missing it. If certain, come on, Fob, come on with me now. Stop telling kids certain platforms don't matter. Who's telling kids that certain yeah, it's all right to raise your hand in here. I ain't gonna get on you. I just want to know why you're telling people they don't matter. They just have to find a platform that works for them. So, what are the platforms that matter? Maybe let's start there. Give me the platforms that matter. Somebody put them on there. So then, let's go. Come on, y'all. Don't be late. Don't be tardy on your fingers right now. I notice when I get to talk about stuff like this, y'all ass get scared. Y'all get scared. Come on. Then you got my man John Uri talking about 16-year-old. If you plan on 16-year-old teams, you must not be that good, and then you let 16-year-old beat the snot out your team. Y'all come talk to me today. Man, ain't nobody saying nothing. Boy, y'all. Oh, Sonya, Jermaine Cooper, I want somebody to talk to me. I don't want to be talking by myself. It's not healthy. Okay. Big coach said the EYBL, again, this is your opinion. This is a program that matters. He said the EYBL, wait a minute. All the three things he saw. Okay. He saw three teams up there and down. Okay. I heard, okay, this is what I want to see. This is what I'm trying to hear. Yeah, see, you know I'm gonna ask more than that question right there, Bob. You know how Robert Hatter is. Hold on. But I love you. You know, y'all. If your question is up on this screen, boy, y'all be thinking I'll be mad at you. No, I think y'all got something. I want to bring it out of you. But Bob said, I heard a coach tell a kid, you don't need this platform. You heard a coach. What kind of coach? Tell me what level of coach. You can play independent and get the same exposure. He said, not true. This particular platform, I guess you at the EYBL, the EYBL is different to me. That's just to me. And I've been to all of them. I just choose to go. You can play independent. Not true. This particular kid needed the platform for his confidence and his stop. But you heard a coach. What kind of coach you heard say it? Because that coach is a loose word out here. What kind of coach? Tell me what credentials old coach got. Okay? Give me the coaches. Who is the coach? You know how people tell my day said, who is they? That's my favorite thing. Who is they? Now, I was teaching a friend of mine's wife how to play golf, right? So she come doing some stuff that I didn't teach her. Some crazy shit, just knocking the ball anyway. And I said, where you get this from? She said, Day said. I said, who in the hell is Day? You gonna listen to Day or you gonna listen to me? You feel me? Okay, he said, hold on. You said Nike, 3SS, Under Armour, and the Puma circuits matter. Do the Puma circuit matter? I heard something about that circuit. One kids leave Nike and go to play on Puma and have success. He didn't have success at Nike. Okay, hold on. Come on, man, put that back on the screen. Don't play around with me. I like this one. Hold on. Now somebody trying to text me. I know y'all trying to text me and get y'all scared to say it on the screen. I understand. I said for you. I've said for you. Okay, one kid leaves Nike and go play on Puma. Hold up, y'all keep going on fast on. I got to readjust. He didn't have success in Nike. It was too fast for him, and it's okay. He's still young and learning. I like that. You know, these niggeros are trying to steal team kids. All the guys who are trying to steal team kids, not college coaches. Y'all see, Bob, I have to be clear on this show because a lot of people they don't get it. I have to be clear on this show, right? So other coaches from other programs are telling these kids, okay, that's better. It's better because I like to know who they are. There's some good competition there. Okay, all right. But I heard it was some good players there. But the players are spread out. I ain't been there. Maybe y'all can explain it to me. So here come, let's see. Clyde said, it wouldn't come on. You're not showing up, Jim. Jimmy trying to come on. You're not showing up though. But Clyde said something key. Clyde said, I had the pleasure of coming from the Nike circuit, yes, and now I'm currently on the UA circuit. The coaching is absolutely better on the UA circuit. Nike teams are going to have 4 phenomenal players on the team versus at UA, it might have 1 or 2 top prospects. The branding is crazy on the E-Well. All that glitters ain't gold. Huh. The coaching is better. Okay. I can't agree. I can't disagree with you. But if that's your opinion, hey, it's your opinion. Do anybody? I've been on both of them, but I ain't paid attention to the coaching. Maybe I should have paid attention to the coaching. I didn't. I didn't pay attention to the coaching. Let me let him know he didn't come up right. I couldn't see you. Hold on. That's a good one though, Clyde. What's up, Rob? I like this. I like this, little Clyde. Hold on, Clyde. I like that. Oh my God. My thing is overloading for some reason. Okay. All right. I've been to both of them, Clyde. And I don't know. I don't pay attention to the coaching as much. Oh, he talking about some kid went to Puma and blew up. Well, that's good. I think that's a good thing. The kid going to Puma and blowing up. It's good for the kid. Still trying to bring Jimmy on. But it ain't working for some reason. Yeah, still not showing up. He said, not a college coaches, not at all. Wait a minute, hold on. What's up, Rob? Favre said, not college coaches, not at all the coach. Wait a minute. Not at all the coaches lurking in the gyms. Okay. All coaches be lurking in the gym. Black and Arterial Morris were McDonald All-Americans, and they could have played, but they played on other teams. That's not. I don't like this. You can be on an independent team and make it, but them guys played on other teams before. I think you can be, if you good, you can. I mean, if you that good, but you talking about two guys that you talking about the top 1%, Kevin Lewis, but most of the guys ain't Anthony Black and Arterial Morris. See, y'all keep using them two as examples, but most guys ain't like them. The 99% of the people are not like them. And those are people that we need to be worried about. These guys going to play wherever, anywhere. He said, I agree, Clyde, but I disagree with the coaching. I said, go. I want somebody. I like that. I don't like everybody to agree. Y'all know I don't like everybody to agree all the time. I'm trying to see what in the hell is going on. He'll keep trying. Jermaine Cooper said to me, and this is my opinion, and this is Jermaine's opinion only. And we want to know, Jermaine, when you put an opinion on this show, now you got to be able to back your opinions up with facts. Not your feelings, but with facts. That's how we do. You follow me? So let me read it. To me, and this is my opinion, is a lot of parents that put their child in situations that their child might not be ready. Parents always say, do what's best for the child, but at the same time, the parents have to be honest with themselves first. Well, that's not going to happen. If the child game is not ready for some of these elite circuits, then all you doing is hurting your child and his confidence. Okay. So you think some guys and got on this elite circuit and they got their feelings hurt? Okay. All right. Nike teams try to get the top players, which they supposed to. That's their mandate. I've coached on every circuit. Nike by far has the best coaching, but I've also had the best talent. But it also here. Yeah, I don't believe in the coaching part. either. That's why I asked it anybody else. I don't agree with that one, Clyde. Okay. Excellent for the kid. Kids not built like them. Black and Mars were top tier kids. Yes. Let's stop talking about them unicorns. Let's talk about the everyday kids. Y'all got to realize, do y'all know that most people ain't going to be no pro? Arteria Mars ain't a pro. And the black is, he on the bench, he playing in the summer league trying to make his way into an NBA rotation. As good as he is. Big Coach said, I agree with Clyde. I lost in AU and UA finals last year with my 15 team. And you better know your X and O's. Have you ever coached in the EYBL? Big Coach. They have really good teams on the UA. Ain't nobody said they don't. Not nobody said there were not no good teams on the Under Armour. Ain't nobody said that. Clyde, the one that said they're better talent. Better coaching. So listen to the feed now. Watch y'all. Y'all got y'all. Now I see that y'all just don't y'all. Okay. The coaches on the UA circuit are going to be well fundamental teams running sets because they don't have the high caliber talent that they can. Boy, I like this conversation. Boy, I'm trying to bring Jimmy in, man, but he just. Oh, there you go. You finally in there. Boy, I got a good conversation coming on here. Let's see, can I bring you in? I hit you. It's gonna be lagging a little bit, I guess. I got you in there. Okay. All right. Now you done did something else, Jim. I don't know what you done done.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, back in. So I like that, Clyde. Clyde, we talking about running sets, right? I saw something yesterday. Clyde, I saw something, and Clyde, I might be helping your argument out. I was watching EYBL game, and the opposing team had a 3/4 zone press on another team. 3/4, right? 3/4 zone press was making the guys throw the ball across court. By the time they got the ball in half court, it was about 10, 11 seconds left. This coach was trying to get into some sets and wind up throwing up a bad shot every time. But he was trying to get into sets. I would adjust it. And maybe I'm wrong because I don't coach on this level. But when I see somebody, I know when somebody is putting a 3/4 press on me, they trying to get me to throw that ball back and forth and take time off the clock. So I got to get into my package quicker. I got to get into something quicker. I can't run no regular set, as Clyde said. I got to run some quick hitter quitters, Jimmy, because I saw so many kids taking bad shots, shooting long shots because they didn't realize. So help me with that part of the coaching, summer basketball coaches. Michael Jordan said, Coach Jackson, did you feel the UA Under Armour coaches are better doing all of your years on the Nike circuit? That's a good question. Then Coach Fobb come back, Jim. I'm just reading the thing. He said, high school success and grassroots success is two different levels. And I think parents and kids need to educate themselves about that. Okay. Then Dedrick Carr, I think he's a coach. He said, I like to root for coaches and programs that don't have a lot lot, but still do a great job of developing a cohesive group. That's good. But are those cohesive group, are they going to be playing college? She said, let's talk about who one of the Nike circuits, who won the Nike circuit for the last 3 years. I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Boom? Every Nike circuit, he said every circuit has good teams. EYBL is like a mini college league with the athleticism and the play making is real tough fellas. It's real tough fellas. I know the EYBL is tough. I mean, I'm watching it every day. Your ass got to be able to play in this. I ain't seen them other leagues now this year, but over the years I've seen them. I ain't seen them in the last few years. It's really tough, fellas. Every game counts. It's no gimmicks. Now, I've seen that in the EYBL. That's why people asking for shot clocks in high school better be careful, because the shot clock shows you who they know they stuff. So I want somebody to answer that question for me a minute ago. And I notice didn't nobody, all you coaches and all you people in the know, I gave y'all a scenario that a coach at the EYBL threw in a three-quarter court press, and the opposite team was throwing it from side to side. By the time they got it in half court, it was 11 seconds left, and then the coach talking about run a damn set. And the dude swung the ball a couple of times, and the next thing you know, about 3 or 4 possessions, these kids, only reason they stopped it because if I was the other team, I wouldn't have took the press off of them, Jimmy, because they couldn't deal with the press. And I was sitting there saying, why don't they just go? But I guess you got to get into my sets so people can think I can coach. I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe that maybe you done seen that before, but I saw it this weekend, and I was very disappointed.
I mean, some coaches are more prepared than others for different type of defenses, offenses, and game strategies. And that just obviously that coach, the element of surprise helps give some people an advantage. So in that particular instance, this one of the reasons, because a lot of people had the question, why did the Peace Jam, extend their schedule this year, whereas there are certain teams, most teams is not playing more than one game per day.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams they are playing. I know one of the JL3 teams, they played yesterday and don't play again until like Thursday. They have like 3 games off. That enables some of the teams to prepare for this very prestigious opportunity. So obviously that coach wasn't, and his staff, they were caught off guard and wasn't prepared on how to deal with it. That's why sometimes when you see certain teams implement a zone and it looks like something, you ever heard the saying from the stands? People will say, damn, they act like they never saw a zone before. Well, some people, they get caught off guard. They haven't practiced on how to pass the ball through the zone. You're not beating the zone with dribbling. You would normally beat it with getting that ball and getting to the right spot, and with movements and whooping that ball around and making that zone have to keep rotating. And you catch them slipping from here and cut them from the inside out. And then you can have some high-low stuff you can put and implement to capitalize on certain types of zones in the half-court settings. But that's my take on that, you know. So, but speaking of
The
the
reason I even mentioned that, Jimmy, because Clyde seems to think, and he a great opinion. And what I love about it, Fob came back and had an adverse opinion, but it was unique that Clyde's QA league is EYBL got 4 or 5 top players, and the other league don't have about 2 or 3 top players. but the coaching at the not better. So we got two changes, two difference of opinions. But like I said, I love y'all opinions, but y'all got to give us some facts. Y'all just one on one circuit and one on the other. And y'all got, so that's when I said, Jimmy, that's when I come back and said, I was watching an EYBL game and I saw a coach with his so question this run a set. Cause he said that Clyde did say the UA people run sets. But Jimmy, this coach here, he was trying to run some sets, but he didn't have no 11-second sets. He should have had some 11-second sets because
Well,
that's all he had by the time his team
that's
got.
and that come with
Yeah.
it. That's you live and you learn
Mm-hmm.
through those types of things, and so that's what That's all you say on it. Now,
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully that particular coach will learn from that, and if it presented with that opportunity again, he and his staff would be better equipped to counter that intelligence what I would call it from the opposition. That's how you go about it. You don't never you try not to make the same mistake the same way twice, especially in competitions or of such. So, but speaking of Clyde, you see Clyde on there. I want to give a shout out to his 15 and under Gulf Coast Blue Chips team. They went 7-0 in the Under Armour circuit this past weekend. 7 consecutive wins. That is not easy for any team to do, regardless of sneaker affiliation. So
So
give a shout out to
what grade that was?
the ninth grade. That's what they would call as 15U
Okay.
on those circuits.
Okay.
These are key players that were in the ninth grade primarily this past school term, and they're going and advancing into the 10th grade. So they went 7-0. Shout out to them. That's, like I said, it's really, really big. I think I got message that Coos Elite on their respective circuit went won their sneaker affiliation championship this past weekend. Uh, and so shout out to them. And I noticed I think the EYBL they're entering the third games of pool play, that is today, this morning.
Yeah, right now.
So we have updates from there. I uh, I uh, I know that JL3 went 1-1 on their first two games. Houston Hoops, unfortunately, 17U or 0-2
They're not playing
entered
good.
today. Drive Nation, I think, was and Drive Nation is 2-0, so they're representing Texas pretty well. Remember that Drive Nation team? Uh, I'm not sure if Tomes is back with them, playing with them or not, but this I mean, Texas is going to be represented in a lot of these events, and if you're paying attention, you get to see. Speaking of representation, this past weekend, the Gasso had their annual event. Um, 3 of the 4 finalists in the 17 and under, or the main NBA division, were from Greater Houston. And I think that's one of the topics that I couldn't wait to speak on and chime in on. Yeah, because of, shout out first of all to JL3, 16 and under team. That JL3, 16 under team, you were talking about coaching out and preparation. Um, Funny thing about them is that they are coached by 2 head high school coaches on the scholastic setting, meaning that Harold Babers, who's the head coach of St. Francis Episcopal, is the coach of that JL3 16 and under EYB squad, as well as Josh Boone. He's the newly named head coach of St. John's High School in Houston. And both of those high school teams, ironically, feature a player who is currently ranked in the top 100 on ESPN, Sebastian Williams Adams, and of course Nigel Walls at the St. John's and St. Francis, respectively. So my point in mentioning those coaches first and foremost is because it's funny how a lot of times people will say or will claim, man, the AAU, that's the acronym people try to describe it as, those grassroots coaches, they don't know what they're doing. Man, them guys don't, they just messing up and just rolling the balls out. So my question is, so do you honestly believe that Harold Babers, that when he finishes coaching high school ball at the beginning of March or the end of February, that he just going to throw away his playbook and most of the stuff that has worked for him, he's not going to try to transfer it over into the grassroots sector. He's going to teach by a whole different code to these young men, Coach Boone. You think they're just gonna, and then you can flip it over and just extend it further away from them. Think about a lot of the guys that are coaching grassroots basketball, the growing number of whom are also high school basketball coaches. We mentioned Coach Woods, Coach Stephen Woods, who was previously at Hightower, and he just left there to take a new job at a newly opened school. Well, Coach Woods is the coach of that Houston Hoops 16 and under team, right? So Coach Woods has been routinely moving the needle in grassroots basketball and coaching. Of course, you're going to have peaks and valleys. You're going to have some trials through the course, but he's kicking butt. You think that Coach Woods from Hightower all of a sudden say, you know what, everything that I've taught, he's coached high major Division I players. And I think when you pay attention to the high school coaches who are doubling down and also coaching grassroots, pay attention to the ones that has the most success is the ones who've also had high major talent on both sides of the fence. Everybody doesn't know how to coach the high major talent. Everybody doesn't know how to don't know how to deal with the stuff that comes with it when the stakes are higher with those types of kids. And then as experience presents itself, some of those kids, those people they will get better with their preparation of dealing with the parents, the relatives, the developmental trainers, all of that stuff that comes along with the diva type, the phenom type stuff or the type players. So you have to be able to manage this stuff, or at least deal with it in a way it can favor you and your program, because it's crazy out there, and it's crazier because the stakes are high, and because you thought, well, we all heard stories back in the days how about, and we know that there's some monies and finances would influence certain families to play with certain programs. Well, the stakes are higher now. The money that they played for then or that people were rumored to be getting in, it's different types of monies now. You got to be able to deal with this stuff. So now back to the JL3 16U squad. I want to give a shout out to Julius Wilson, James Sanderson, Elijah Garrett, Coleman Elkins, Jackson Thompson, right? Gilbert Aluga, and of course, last but not least, Austin Brown. Austin Brown from Lufkin High School. See, and I heard Austin had a really, really great weekend. The team as a whole, they did not qualify for Peach Jam in the 16 and under division. So as a result, this team opted, they got to play somewhere in front of the college coaches. They opted to make it an economical trip, and they just go to Dallas as opposed to going across the country and spending College coaches will come into Texas. College coaches will go and attend these events. They will fly through there, and especially when the event is in a city like Dallas or even Houston, there are going to be some college coaches, these young coaches that maybe, especially if they're single, they don't mind spending this after they get done with the gym on Sunday, staying a few hours in a city like DFW, a city like Atlanta, a city like Houston, and just go and hang around for Sunday fun day. Trust me, it happens. It happened this past weekend. So that's an added incentive to when you have an event in one of those major cities that those coaches get an opportunity, and all they need is a little baby excuse to come on in town and hang out, or after they finish work, that is. But this team, this JL3 team, they are rising 11th graders, Adam.
So,
They won
so,
the NBA division.
so why didn't they then? So, does that, is that a testament to the? Is that a testament, Jimmy, to uh, the EYBL, because that team didn't make the EYBL. I mean the Peace Jam.
Exactly. I mean, you can actually, that lets you know the measuring stick of of how good the field of teams are in the EYBL 16 and under division. This JL3 team did not make the cut. Yet they came and they won every game. Think of it like this. They won every game in the GMI last week. They played and stayed home in Houston, slept in their own beds. I'll tell you, they made the economical decision and got maximum bang for their buck. They stayed at home. For a lot of those kids aren't from Houston, but they used it. They all came down to Houston and got a chance to work out with Coach Lucas and all that, and get like a mini training camp after being off for a couple of weeks. They won, ran the table at the GMI. Then they go up to Dallas, and they won the semifinal game, by 25 points, 76-51 over John Urie's Houston Superstars. They proceeded to beat 3D Empire in the championship by double digits. They won the semifinal and the championship game by a combined 35 points. This is that lets you know that if John Urie's Houston Superstars were playing in the EYBL, they would in the 16 and under division. That lets you know that their team probably would not be able to make the cut this year. Think about that. And his team has a combination of rising 12th graders. I'm sorry, has a combination of some rising 11th graders, some rising 12th graders, and a couple of kids that may have been at least one kid that may have been in the 12th grade this past year. So that team, normally an average 17U team, is not shocking if you lose to a EYBL or the main sneaker sponsored team of the grade below. For example, an EYBL JL3 team or a Nike EYBL team they're supposed to beat the average 17U team, the average that is. They're not supposed to be the sneaker team, 17U team. But if you're playing up a grade, they're supposed to beat most of those teams that are grade up. If you're 15U EYBL team or Adidas team or Under Armour team for that matter, you're supposed to beat the average 16 and under team. So it just gets me sometimes that because your talent level is supposed to be more advanced than your peers. That's why you've been selected to a lot of those teams. Now, some teams have at the end of their names Robert Hatter Select, That means from the old days you were selected. The term elite has been overused and abused, that they should just abandon the whole elite term, because too many teams they are anything but elite call themselves elite.
But it's just a name,
That
man. It's just an adjective. Maybe they think they elite. you just saying we need to take the elite off a lot of these folks' name.
oh man, yeah, yeah. You know
Did you
what? You
see
know you
what
got to
Terry
study real
Satcher said?
fast.
Something he said John had 6 kids with a rising junior and a sophomore and made it to the Final Four. Get the facts right. Other words, he
Yeah,
straightened your ass out, Jimmy.
let's put that on screen. Let's say that. Let's so I can see that
I'm
again.
gonna put it
So I
on the
can see
screen.
that. I mean,
He said, get your facts right, pimp.
so in other words, hold on.
I'm putting it up. It's just taking time to populate.
John had 6 kids.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it ain't populated
It's
yet.
on YouTube. It's on YouTube. He said John had 6 kids with a rising junior, right? And a sophomore, and made it to the Final Four. Get facts. Other words,
And
your
that
facts
it
ain't
just
right,
popped
bruh.
up. Okay, now it just popped up on my screen. So now I'm
Okay,
reading it now.
I got
So you're saying the Houston Superstars, you mean? Because you're
you. Yeah,
saying John. That's what I'm saying. I got
John
confused. I
Urie.
was
You're
thinking
talking
it's
about
about
John
John
Urie. I'm
Uris.
sorry. Because that's
So
who you
yeah,
was
yeah.
talking
So that's
about,
what.
right?
Yeah, I was talking about John Urie's team
Yes.
getting beat by 25 points to this team of rising juniors. Now, however many team that John Urie had, however many players that he had, that hell, he don't play but 7 kids anyway. So if he had one less than his regular rotation, you made it to the semifinals. So whatever you had, either two things you can admit to. That means you saying that the talent level of teams at that event wasn't shit, or your team is good. Which one is it? So your team, I'm going to go with the latter and say your team is good. They were good enough to make it to the semifinal. However, this particular game is magnified because your coach made a claim about all young players need to play up 17U. And that has been countered, and it was countered by many people nationwide. That's his view and that's his opinion. And at the end of the day, and I talked with somebody who spoke with John about that comment, and from the JL3 organization, and they explained to me that John Urie's his private response was, "Man, you know I gotta say that I gotta get kids somehow. That's my angle I gotta use to get kids." Well,
I
if
love it.
that's your angle you got to use to get kids, then I'm going to expose you on that, because that means you. That's like a politician. You're using a fake talking point that you really don't believe in, and especially the time because John Urie, the reason I said I'm gonna bake you a berry pie on social media about this. So now this is the time that I want you guys to share the show right now. You can share the show. I'll give you time. Share it to your timelines. Share it to your to your pages. Share it to your groups. I'm waiting on you. I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm gonna share it to my. I'm even sharing it to my story.
You should share it all the time to your screen.
Here we go. First and foremost, let me take you guys back. John Urie been coaching the Houston Superstars for over 2 decades. OG, and I've known John Urie before many people in this basketball have known John Urie. I know John Urie before he was in basketball. I met John Urie. We were both attending Texas Southern University.
Jimmy, you blacked out a little bit. That was about to be good, y'all. Gosh. I hope y'all can hear me. Uh, guess Jimmy will come back in. I'll let him know where he stopped off at. He was just talking about. Now he's not muted. Something happened to his feed, but he coming back. Can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me, right? So we'll wait till he come back. Yeah, he did something. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was, but he'll come right back. He'll come right back. So, it's interesting. See, he finna go into this history. See, and Mr. Satcher, what you have to understand, he had to talk about the reason. If your son is on that team, you gonna get the brunt because you got a guy that like to magnify and talk a lot about stuff. So when he just talked about, so let's get some context. I know you're trying to support your coach and support your coach. If that's what you choose, support your coach. But when your coach comes on and say these outlandish things to people and say, "Hey, if you ain't on those 17s, your team, you ain't that good. You ain't that good. You know, like that." And people be telling me about it, and I just say, "Man, ain't nothing I can do about it." You know what I'm saying? If that's John, because if that's John, and John would get off, he would get you somewhere by yourself and said that's what he does. But if that's the case, though, how in the hell y'all letting you go and get beat by a 16 and under team? So if your son just getting everybody's son who's on the team gonna get collateral damage because of what he said. If he don't say it, won't nobody be talking about it. Somebody called me yesterday and said they done muted him, but they were so glad that they got their ass whooped. And I hate that because I love all y'all sons. I don't want nobody to be talking about your sons got there. But guess what? In basketball, somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose. Ain't no ties in basketball. That's in football. Somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose. And he cashed the check though, y'all. I mean, he could. And if I was your kids, my kid was on that team. Hey man, dude, y'all got to go out here and tie these little boys' ass up. That's what I'm telling my son. Because if you don't, because your coach done ran his mouth. So y'all got to go prevent the coach from getting his head tore off. That's what I would do if I was a parent. Said, hey, first of all, if that's what I like, I'm gonna back my coach and I'm gonna say, look, hey man, y'all know we got a 16 on the team we about to play. Our coach, this team, hold up. This team didn't even make it to the 16 Peace Jam. So that show you how tough them damn team. If this team here come and beat the brakes off you, can you imagine how tough them teams up there are at that level? So this team comes here and comes to a Gasso. So y'all two teams go all the way to Dallas. Y'all could have stayed in Houston and played some damn well. But y'all said all the way to Dallas, and that's what happened to you. So that's what happened. I don't know what angle Jimmy was coming at when he was talking about him and John Uri being cool. Yes, you have to have thicker skin when you play for Uri. Absolutely. Thank you, Sloan. And I would love for my son to play for him because Uri is a good dude. I like him. But I would have told Lil Rob, look, man, y'all finna play this 16 and under team. Your coach just ran his damn mouth about this 16 under team. Man, you got to go put these little boys in their place. Are they gonna talk about your damn coach on the Chop Shop? So come on, Jimmy, come on back in while you're back. Go and get it in, because Jimmy, I tell you where you stopped. You said you and John, you went to college. Y'all played baseball together. But keep after that.
Well, we played. John Urie actually had just finished playing at TSU when I was a freshman. He was in his undergrad, right? So I mean, he was in grad school. So John Urie was still a student at TSU. But once again, his baseball career ended. John Urie is from California. In case you guys, that's it's just so often too many
He ain't from
people
Long
around
Beach, is it?
town.
Where he from? You know what city?
He's from he's from the LA area. He's from the LA area.
Okay.
I don't know which actually technically which city he's from. Now, the thing is, John Urie played baseball, guys, not
Not
basketball.
basketball.
Baseball, baseball in college. So we go way back. So then we met again 15 years later after college in the basketball arena, where
Okay.
John Urie was sponsored by Adidas at the time.
Okay.
Well, at the turn of the millennium, which is approximately 25 years ago. So here's the deal with John Urie. So our relationship is what you would call a pre-existing relationship, meaning I knew this person outside of the sector from which they are working in. Pre-existing relationship. And they have that term in college coaches. You know, you might know that person. Well, anyway. So back to John. Here's the first thing I'm going to draw this point to you guys. As how you just mentioned, for a guy who claims all kids younger should play up. When I met John Urie in the basketball arena years later, that was in around 2000, John Urie had future McDonald's All-Americans playing down. He did not have ninth graders playing up. He didn't have those underclassmen All-Americans playing up. He played them with their own grade level. This is the guy who played. That's when he had the sneaker sponsorship, right? So I'm going. Am I going? Look like I'm going.
No, but you good. We
Going
can hear you
sporadic.
good. Your voice
Okay,
your voice is good.
so understand. And so here's the deal. That player was Daniel Gibson, Jawan McClellan. They played for the Houston Superstars. They never played 17U with the Houston Superstars. You get me? So these are just two of the examples. Because you had options, you had other high major talent, and you had an abundance of high major talent, enough of them to whereas the backlog, you didn't have to play those guys up. You can groom them and bring them along accordingly. You're only as good as your options in life. At this point, John Urie no longer has the sneaker deal. So he doesn't have the options of having multitudes of talent that's flocked into his program where he can extend and offer them boxes and boxes of product and sneakers and sweatsuits and other stuff for just coming to play with him. They don't have to pay the dues at those particular top end teams. So he don't have that option anymore. So when you don't have the option anymore, the only way that you can feel that you can compete or at least get the attraction of the college coaches and get one of those younger players to come and play 17. That would be the lure. That would be the exchange. Young fella, you don't have to play 15s. You can come play 17s with us. We're going to go and play at all these events, and the college coaches are going to see you. That's the lure. But the trade-off would be at the end of the day, if the majority of those kids who buy and subscribe to that sale are not going to end up as PJ Haggerty. That's what you got to realize. So you're going to tell 10 kids that, but one would be PJ Haggerty. Those sneaker teams don't have to tell that same thing. They have to make the kids believe if you plan your age on this platform, trust me, you're going to, and if you can move the needle, there are going to be opportunities for you to advance yourself. Meaning if you play EYBL and you're in the 9th or the 10th grade and you are deemed one of the better ones, then guess what? There's an opportunity for you. It's called the Elite 100 Camp. That's in St. Louis. That's only for the top 9th and 10th graders that played with Nike. If you played with Adidas, I know back in the days, I know they're forming now. They had a platform with Adidas Nations, it was called back then, for the top 9th or 10th graders. The 11th to 12th graders, they went and played in Adidas Nations, but they had the opportunity, if you were a young buck, to move the needle and still advance yourself. So my point is, John, back to your point, Hatter. John Urie, this team was minding their own business. You made the comment about this young JL3 team, and all teams considered. You got a chance to play a 1600 team at the University of Houston team camp. This team whooped you.
That team beat them too?
The JL3, that wasn't their first time beating them.
Wait a minute, this same team just whooping on them?
Same team had beat them at U of H team camp last month.
Okay.
So this is why I made the statement. If you knew this should be the team that if any 10th grade team for you to make your statement with, you should be ready to put them, like you just said, put them in their place. I don't care if you didn't have but 5 players. Those players, 5 or 6, they got you to the semifinals. You beat everybody else to get to that point. So that means those 6 players had to have been collectively playing pretty doggone good. Now, this JL3 team is a recruitable team. So what they did, the college coaches who were courtside, who was there, the majority of those coaches were there primarily to evaluate the JL3 underclassmen. So you should thank them because that gave your kids an opportunity to indirectly showcase their talents in front of those coaches. They come to see one player, but they can leave there liking another player. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's part of the business. But the thing is, you got to own it. John Urie is one of the guys that can dish it. He can dish it with the best of them. But then a lot of you guys don't have the energy to give it back to him. Because you figure, oh man, he's going to give it back to me when he got. Guess what? It is what it is. It's all part of the game. It's hell. At some point in this society, y'all grown-ups got the kids so timid to speak up about their own and have confidence publicly in their own talents. Man, y'all better be quiet. Don't say nothing. Well, hell, the grown-ups is the only ones going to talk for these kids now. Because the kid, y'all done molded these young kids to not even know how to talk smack anymore. Smack talking is one of the pure elements of this stuff. But you got to be able to back it up. You got to be able to back it up.
I don't think they're telling people. See, what happened, it's been social media that they've been saying stuff foul on social media. I don't mind kids talking stuff. But social media, this is a new era. And man, the Houston Hoops getting the damn snot beat out of them, man. Again. They down 30.
No way. To who?
What's 59 to 27? To team takeover.
Ooh. A team.
They got the same players who made it. Is that coaching or the players? But keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Golly. Huh?
It could be both, but at the same time, players got to play. At some point, And you got basketball and balling. At some point, you got to start basketball and hooping. At some point, you got to start hooping.
Jim.
Yeah,
62 to
that's embarrassing.
27, but keep going.
Now they didn't checked out then. That
Yeah,
means you're not even
that's what
competing.
didn't happen.
You, you
Boy,
didn't checked out,
that's what didn't happen. I'll let you say it. I didn't say it.
well, the kids. Yeah, the kid. I say it again. The kids have checked out. Whenever
Yeah,
you see a score like that, and they're even same grade, you're not
yeah,
supposed to be. There's no
yeah,
team that's
yeah,
40 points better than the
yeah.
other team of those that have made it to Peace Jam. Nobody there is 40 points better
No, sir.
unless you
Absolutely.
give them help.
You absolutely right.
So that means you're not competing. I don't even have to look at the box score. I don't have to look. I don't have to ask no questions. The action show you're not competing. You're checked out. And
Okay.
these is. Let me tell you something. On a game like this, Adam,
Uh-huh.
it could get worse,
Mm-hmm.
or you can build off of it and end on a good note. 0-3, that means you're not going to advance to the bracket. You're not. So at this point, you can get into the guys and make them understand. Look, right now, guys, let's just do it for the H. Let's do it for Texas. Let's play spoiler role. Let's all get up in this thing. Let's just, because these people still they're evaluating you,
Yes.
and
Sure is.
it can hurt your stock.
Yes, it can.
Whatever you think you've gained over the past 3 days or 2 days, you can lose it back with some bad ink.
Mm.
People are going to ask. They're
Oh,
going. The guys are going to ask the college coach. The college coach is going to ask the writers, "How did so and so do? How did so and so do? What did he do?" And that can hurt. So you got to play for. At some point, you got to play for yourself. You got to compete.
absolutely.
And you understand how you have
Mm-hmm.
a former NBA player on the bench
Mm-hmm.
dealing with today's kids. It's only so much. It's only so far most of those NBA guys, former NBA guys, are going to be willing to go with these kids to the point they get there because they're gonna sit there, and I've seen it happen. They'll say, you know what, these kids think they got it all mapped out. I've been there before.
Mm.
I'm trying to show them a way that they can get to where I've been. This is their dream. Their dream is to be somewhere where I've already been. And now you're not listening. You know what? I'm gonna sit back and let you get your heads beat in this game. I've seen that happen too, Adam. We
Uh-huh.
don't know. The coach might have put his hand behind his head and say, you know what? Y'all since y'all got to figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all go and figure this and finish this one out. Like, and we gonna now you might be ready to listen to me tonight or after this game over with. Since y'all didn't want to listen early on when I was telling you to do it this or run this and get the ball to this person or defend the way this manner. We'll see how they go. And
Wow.
I'm looking at some of the comments now. I can see now on here but that was the thing, guys, in regard to that. It's not a bad thing. Just that you guys gotta be willing to take it. And I've seen, I understand a lot of people. Y'all you're so sensitive when it comes to the smack talking. It should be more fun than it is. Good smack helps keep people paying attention. When you turn to smack and thinking like man, it's this guy hate my kid. He hate us. He don't like us. You got to be smarter than that. You think a person wake up out of bed saying, "Oh, I'm gonna hate. I don't like. Let me find a reason to prove to y'all how I don't like this team or that team." No, guys, it's
Jimmy, I'm
real
watching this
life out
game
here,
because I've seen every
real
last
world.
one of the hoops games. So I've been watching it. I got a theory. I got a theory. And I got a theory. You're absolutely right. I think the players is checked out because of certain things that happen. Yeah, I think all the players said, "Man, okay, coach, is this how you want to do it?" And I'm serious. I'm watching it. I got it on the screen in front of me. You're right. This team is not 70 points better than these kids. I think that team, the Hoops beat this team before. So what the hell done happened since then? These
I
5 weeks
mean, it could be like I
this
say,
camp month, Jimmy, something happened in this camp month that These dudes came back. They ain't together. They ain't playing together at all.
But that can happen as well. A lot of guys can go
Okay.
off to camps, and you can have. It's almost like a band. Think of a team as a band in the music industry, and one band member go off and do a solo project, and may sell a few copies. They might go gold or or platinum or whatever, and then they come back into the band. Well, that person might be a little bit more Hollywood than it was before, and might not be as grounded as they were before. That could happen in this basketball stuff. And if so, then these are some of the results of what it could be. But at the same time, I'm not there. I didn't watch the game. But in certain instances, the best measuring stick is to pay attention to the next game. And then you will see if it's a total checkout or if it was just a one-time thing where everybody's going to slip and get that 30 piece, 40 piece put on them. It happens to the best of them. And we'll see if they can regroup and dust themselves off and be able to leave this game behind them or flush it down the toilet as fast as possible. We'll see in regards to that. But but back to the smack talk stuff. I think it's a really, really important topic.
Yo, I said, man, look at these gorillas on there.
At one point in time, I think one of the viewers asked Hicks, "Are you going to bring back Smack Talk on RCSSports.com?" Guys, for as many of you that aren't aware, on our website RCSSports.com, it was a routine that I would have. Like before, that would be a premier matchup, showdown, or game. I had a section in the VIP news called Smack Talk. And in that section, it would be open. People would they would submit or make quotes or send text message of what their predictions would be when they face off against this upcoming opponent. And that opponent would either would use it as motivation or they would respond to it verbally with their own message and put it back in Smack Talk. And then that way now the audience will be like, whoa, I can't wait to see this game now because he said this and he said that. But it was so good and fun. None of those smack talk resulted in two people getting on the court and before the ball went up in there, they want to start squabbling. Yes, some of them might have wanted to knock the other one's head off, but in the form and the sense of competitive sport, meaning with the scoreboard. I wanted to knock your head off with that scoreboard. I wanted it to be a 40 piece or a 30 piece or whatever. And remember Chris Walker, that was one of the classic points of Smack Talk, Hatter. I don't remember, were you on with us on the AM radio dial? That moment when it was Chris Walker in the studio and the Houston Top Guns, Chad Ware, had phoned into the show, the Chop Shop.
That was a long time ago.
Was talking about that was we was on the AM dial.
Yeah.
Chad Ware had claimed that he would beat Chris Walker's grassroots team at the time. And it wasn't the T-Mac All-Stars. It was whatever it was, Chris Walker, whatever it was, the last team he had. This was back in 2016, I think, or maybe 17. When Chris Walker responded, let me tell you something, Chad. This is a whole different level, my players and your players. I got 7 players on my team, 8 players on my team, all of them are high majors. Chris Walker said, I'm going to beat you by 50. Chad said, you won't beat us by 50. That ain't never happened. They played the game. That was during the GMI. They go and play the game, Hatter. Chris Walker wins the game by 49 points. They come back on the Chop Shop on Monday. And Chad calls back in, and Chris Walker said, I told you I'm going to beat by. Chad said, you know what? I was right. Chris Walker, he beat us by 50. He beat us by 49. My point was, it was good, fun smack talk.
Well, times have changed, Jimmy.
These
folks crazy right now, man.
What's happened? Okay, but what's happened? What has happened to prevent grown folk from letting the kids extend a little friendly smack talk
Cause
towards each other?
the grown folks done got too personal with it, Jimmy. These
Why?
shit, you need to ask them. You know them better than I do.
Why? That's
Shit.
the thing. It was. I mean, so here's what I'm thinking when I ask the why. Does that mean that really deep inside that many of the grown folk are that's their way of admitting that you know that your kid can't back up that smack talk? Do you really? Because if you knew your kid can back that smack talk up, and a guy get one up on you, you know what the good ones do? They're gonna look at you and they're gonna smile and they're gonna come at the end of the game and dap you up and say, you know what, you got me. It's your day. You win this one, and I can't wait to see you again. That don't happen no more. That's the thing. That's the problem. That's a problem, Alan. It's a problem because you watch the WNBA games. You done lost your mind. You think Caitlin Clark ain't out there talking no smack to all them
What?
little black girls out there. And black women it is. She talking supreme smack. Many of y'all might be just watching her tennis shoes, watching her ponytail. Watch the camera ain't gonna give you many angles to let you read her lips with smack talk.
Oh, she talk crazy to the ref too.
But she's talking it.
She told the ref, we playing better than you,
Angel
ref.
Reese,
Oh, Angel Reese talk more. Angel Reese down there borderline
Angel
crazy.
supreme smack talker. So that's the level. A lot of guys have extended their career off of some of their smack talk. But about it at the professional level, most of those can back it up. That's how they got there. We get it. I'm just saying, man, bring back some good smack talk, guys.
But you got to
Bring back
back it
some
up.
good
People
smack talk.
like people like Jimmy, people like Patrick Beverly talking all that smack, calling Chris Paul a clunk, a cone. Not Patrick Beverly is mulling because might not get no offer for no NBA team. He mulling going overseas, and Chris Paul got going down there to play with Wemby. But you called him cones. You're smack talking him to death, calling him a cone. So sometimes smack talk, it'll come back
It
and get your
works.
ass now.
It eventually, if the how would you say it? Eventually karma will present itself. And Patrick Beverly, the smack talk worked for him for throughout most of his career until it couldn't work no more. It didn't work no more against that Chris Paul. And that was the beginning of the end because now once your smack talk ain't part of your repertoire anymore, it ain't respected anymore. People, then guess what? Now they realize you're a dog, you're a barker, but with no bite. And that's what happened. That's what happened with Patrick Beverly. Speaking of his Patrick Beverly camp, this is just starting today in Houston.
It
Over at
is.
the gym, he does it every year. Remember that? Yeah, it starts today. So, and really and truly though, it's one of the best bangs for people buck. We talk about that every year that he's done it. It was like I don't know, a couple $100, and for 4 days, and you're there all day long.
Yeah, they
And
say he got a
especially in a
great camp.
city like now in the turmoil, a lot of people. Oh man, he's there with all the good energy, and I'm quite sure some of those kids are going to ask him what happened during that interview. They have a good Q&A session with those young kids and all of that. Um, I'm looking at some of the comments when you asked about the question how they said a lot of the parents, as you're saying, the parents are too involved, and the parents went left field with it. And I
Right.
think the parents, a lot of parents really doesn't know what that high major talent is because too many parents think their players or sons and daughters are high major talents. Too many more so think their kids are Division I talents. And so that's the thing that I think that's the first wave of it. A lot of people don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know, and you're betting on something, and you're out of your league when you're betting on. You're thinking that your kid is ready just because he scored 25 points. That doesn't make you a Division I player.
Thank you. Say that one
And
more time, Jimbo.
you just mentioned
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
just because your kid scored 25 points. Yeah, just because he scored 25 points don't make him a Division I player. Just because he scored 30 points doesn't make him a Division I player. You think I'm joking? Go look at some of them walk-ons on some of these teams in Division I, and all of them that made there's at least one all-state walk-on on every college roster on the average that made all region or all state. If you think I'm joking, go look at some of the bios. Some of these kids were good high school players. They're just not Division I talents yet. And they're willing to take a financial gamble on themselves for that opportunity. Some people are more economically favored than others. And that's just how it is. I'm looking at Herb Baker's the blue chip 16U. They started off 4-0, finished 5-2. 5-2 isn't bad. That's a good weekend. Good weekend for the blue chip 16U. Can't say much for the 17U. The 17U team, they didn't fare well at all, from what I understand.
Who on the
And
17?
I think the featured players are Alejandro Aviles and Montana Wheeler are the two. I think the two most featured players on that
I
team.
forgot. Okay, damn, yeah, man, ain't nobody been talking about them.
Yeah, well, I don't think they didn't fare well this past weekend. So I think you can't. And once again, guys like Clyde Jackson, he's going to sell and promote the hell out of his players, and like you guys wouldn't
He's
believe.
supposed to.
But at the end of the day,
But they got to play,
point guards
Jimmy.
got to win.
The
Point
kids got
guards
to
got
play,
to
man.
win. And my thing is, if one guy is shooting all the balls or most of the balls, he ain't hitting. If you're losing, that means he's not hitting all those shots he's shooting. Those are rebound opportunities. You still should be able to get you at least 8 rebounds a game, 10 rebounds a game on those misses. So that's a fact you got to look into.
Dang it.
Trey Phillips say you have a parent that's been telling the kid to telling that to score a lot and has 1-2 and has 1-2 times against a kid that's getting offers. That other kid can. Oh man, people think this all the time. It just because you outscore a player with Division I offers does not make you a Division I prospect. It does not. That's the part I think that. So what happened for so many parents to be in this state of mind must mean that there's a lot of people that have probably misled those parents into thinking that way, or they've subscribed to that falseness, which people because they put parents are putting their money behind their guidance, meaning that a person is influencing them. They're paying dues, they're paying workout fees, they're paying gas to go here and there, they're paying for extra equipment and sneakers. They're paying a lot of money to subscribe to the theories that are being sold. So we understand the parents are the common denominators. Yes, they are probably at fault. But at the same time, some of you guys that are people of influence, you have to look in the mirror. Many of you are guilty of selling bad dope to these parents in regard to the realistic opportunities that presents itself for these kids. And that has to stop. You got to put it like this, man.
So
Where they gonna go?
what you mean where they gonna go?
Yeah, they're gonna for you to if you tell them the truth.
Oh, I see. Where you go? Okay, Lee. Yeah.
Where they
Where
gonna
else they gonna
go?
go? Right.
And I hear one of my pet peeves. I hear these people talking about, man, Man, I got these parents, man, these kids, the parents won't pay the dues. They won't. You know what that means? That means, coaches, you're picking the wrong kids. If your program is not economically self-sufficient, at risk economically at risk kids, and you're trying to play in these events, you need to reconsider what you're doing. Because otherwise, don't come whining. Nobody want to hear you crying about, man, the parents ain't paying. Man, I got to go pick up all these kids. Guess what? You need to go into a different pool of prospects to get from. There are some kids out there playing basketball, having fun, and they ain't worried about all that stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I love them too.
Yeah, and Mike Garcia say your friend Amari Guerrero playing for Houston Hoops 17. I'm gonna tell you like this: I haven't seen the hoops yet, Mr. Garcia. I will see them play in a couple of days, and I will. And I just thought about that. I would surely be able to tell how they done checked out or not. I ain't gotta wait till no video come on. I will be at their next game. I'll be right there. Y'all just hold tight. And you gotta
Uh,
realize, man,
did he say it's Houston Hoop 17?
yeah,
He didn't play the
I haven't
last
heard his
game. He
name.
ain't gonna play. Whoever this kid you talking about, he didn't play the
He
last
got, I
game.
mean, no
His name
minutes.
ain't even on the
He,
roster. What Houston Hoop 17 he play for? Jimmy,
I
Michael
only know
Collins,
damn
Jordan
well.
Lowry, Bryce Jackson, Makai Bryant, Dorian Hayes, Cash Polk, Jeremiah Cooper, Anthony Andrews, Howie King, Brandon Ray Davis, and Grayson Bennett. Those the only people on there on this team. I don't know what team you talking about, ball.
He
Anthony
play on the
Garcia.
team with Christian. He play on the 16. You somebody need to
Oh, okay,
clarify.
okay, okay. All
But
right, help us
I
out.
will see them. I will see them play.
Okay.
And lastly, another pet peeve that I have is, Adam, you've been watching this grassroots scene as it changed. A lot of you grassroots programs, the sneaker programs, and some of the non-sneaker programs, they have their own camera guy slash media guy that travels with their programs. This camera slash media guy, the team would normally pay for their travel, their room and board during these trips in exchange for them providing good content for the general public. A lot of these young men also receive a stipend from the grassroots programs or the sneaker program or the sneaker programs in exchange for their services. So here's my disclaimer, my pet peeve on this. If the program has made a decision to basically hire their own mouthpiece, their own eyepiece, then why are you so uh, relentless in your consistent efforts to solicit other entities to show love towards your players for free when you've already made a decision to pay somebody to provide content and write-ups about your baby, about your kids? To me, that
Give me,
math
Jimmy, give me,
is,
give me, give me, because I don't know what you're talking about. Give me a for instance. Put it where the ghost can get it.
well, a ghost can get it with whoever. If, just say, I use an example and say, if the Houston Hoops fly Gary or flew Gary to cover them in the past or present at
Mm-hmm.
events, then Gary is their eyepiece, right? And Gary, and if he takes on to social media to type their name in, that means he's your mouthpiece, an extension as well. If you're paying for that,
Mm-hmm.
then why should you other people be running to the fences or to the gates to promote your players when you pay in a price. If you paid for one, then you get what you pay for. And if another person is going to promote your players on a just understand, a kid goes and do some work, you go and acknowledge it. But I'm talking about the promoting. Let's do different things. Promoting your players. Why would you expect other people to promote them for free? That's what I'm saying. If Texas Takeover and Archie is going with Texas Takeover, and Texas Takeover is paying for
So you
Archie
saying
room,
nobody else should talk
flight,
about a kid just cause somebody getting paid?
no, I'm saying that if you are the grassroots director and you're paying Archie to promote your players,
Mm-hmm.
then why the hell would you expect for Gary to promote your players because your player had a good game? See, the thing that happened is that one of the things that when this stuff went
But why
ratchet,
wouldn't they do it if the player done something? So I shouldn't say nothing about no kid on the chop shop because they don't pay me?
no, that ain't what I said. I said, why would I said the marketing and the promoting, that's two different things. Acknowledging somebody's doing something is one thing. When you're marketing something, that's like giving an infomercial on something. When you're doing a commercial on something, that's like when you're on a consistent basis going out of the way, letting you know every step of the way. That's what you're paying somebody to do. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying right there.
But I don't
There's difference
understand. I
between
don't understand the pet peeve part about it. So what should be
marketing.
what would be your ideal situation then?
The ideal situation
Yeah.
would be if various guys, if they're willing to go and be hired for certain programs. The
Mm-hmm.
ideal situation would be if some of those guys would go to one event and the people and not lock themselves into the whole component, and that way you have different guys from different one of those guys going to different circuits. That way now you got a different mouthpiece each leg of your circuit.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you know you got Archie one event, you take Big Doug another event, you take you know you take Gary one event or Jeffrey Day one event. So
Mm-hmm.
that means now you got different ones, and now you're not locked in with the same one. And then those guys agree that they'll rotate themselves to different circuits. So and as you do that now, then that means now they get to see, because if you're locked in with one, then it's not going to be, the odds are not in your favor that you will get to see the other ones because you are obligated to be at Nike or just at Adidas or just at Under Armour. That would be the ideal situation. That would. But the thing is, and they were offering the same money, but so it would be those guys would have to agree to not. First of all, it ain't that decision doesn't dwell on the on the program directors. That decision would dwell within the media camera slash media
So,
guys.
so,
They would
so,
have to disagree to say,
so,
look,
boy, that's a lot of work you act. So you telling them guys, y'all need to come together and tell them people, oh, you
but
paying
they
for
already
him.
are
They
together.
ain't get, what if the teams don't have a relationship with all the guys?
But they already are together. That's the point. So you're not asking them to get together. Don't Jeffrey Day have a podcast with those four guys on there?
Archie ain't on the
With three
podcast
of
with
those
them.
four? Huh?
Archie's not on the podcast with them.
I said three of those four
But Jimmy,
guys.
if it's got to work, all of it got to.
Archie,
You can't just do
but
piecemeal it. It's got to work for the
what do you
whole
mean?
collective.
That's right. I just said that. That's what it would do. That means that they have the power to communicate. Archie and Jeffrey Day, I know for a fact that supply and exchange tape with each other on a weekly, monthly basis with different players. So they have what they call a co-op.
So
They
you're saying, hold up. So
cooperating
you're
in their
saying,
workplace.
okay, hold up. So Jeffrey Day got a relationship with somebody. Archie got a relationship with somebody. Gary got a relationship with somebody. So what they should do is say, look, but first of all, in Gary's situation, I'm trying to tell this business, Houston Hoops don't pay for him to come out there. Okay? The Houston Hoops don't pay for nothing for him. They got their own. Whatever they doing. Okay? So, but I think it's a good idea. I like what you're saying. So you think they should just rotate. So how would that help? How would that help? If you already got them covering the games, how would it help them rotating?
It would help a great deal. It would help for more. It would help for maybe 3 or 4 different reasons. It would help. First of all, it would put them in a room. It would put them in a room if the team is winning or if they have a player that's moving the needle. It would put each one of them in the room. Meaning that if you've normally been going with the Adidas circuit, it will put you in the Under Armour room. And if that kid or that team winning, people are going to come. They're going to pay attention to your
I like that.
rivals.
Okay. So you're thinking about
Right?
you talking about expanding their influence and expand.
Absolutely. That's the way to do
Okay.
it.
All right.
That's the
I
way to
got
do
you.
it.
I didn't understand that, but I like that. I like that. I
That's,
hope they
and then guess
listening,
what?
but keep
Guess
going.
what? And guess what? That means that if Gary, like you mentioned, if the Houston Hoops is not paying for Gary's
No.
services, they will pay for the service because they just say if each one of those, we use 4 teams systematically. We use the sneaker programs.
I put it
We'll
like
just
this,
say
Jimmy. They were
we'll just say
supposed to, and they welched on it. I'm gonna tell it, but keep going.
oh,
I'm not
okay. So here's
protecting
the
the
deal.
mother. I'm not
Just
protecting.
say we
Yeah.
got 4. Just say we got four sneaker programs, right? And we mentioned just for the sake of safe math, we got 4 individuals, right? If each one of those sneaker programs was paying, they have 4 different circuits. So we're talking about four different legs of their
Okay.
circuits,
I
right?
like
So
this.
4, 4, 4, like
Mm-hmm.
Moses Malone say, 4, 4, 4,
Okay.
right? Well, if each one of those circuits, let's say for safe math, they were given 25 cent, 25 cent, 25 cent, 25 cent. That's $1. If they were paying, that mean that took care of your room and board was 25 cent per. They were giving you $1. You were taking that dollar regardless for your work. Now, what happens is, let's say that the team that guy number A have, his team is undefeated. Well, that
Mm-hmm.
guy's gonna be hot commodity. The
Okay.
other guy team ain't won a game this summer.
I
They
got you.
over. That guy's ink, he's devalued now because now whatever he write about, ain't nobody paying attention to you now because that team ain't won nothing. The player ain't won nothing. But if player number 1, he has good ink because his team went 4-0 that particular leg, he goes the next circuit, he's going to rotate and go with the Under Armour team. The Nike guy will go with the Adidas team. Then they'll rotate. They each will get to go to one of the circuits.
I like that.
Now they also, now there's a guy like myself that would easily tell them, hey, when you get there, if you're going to Under Armour, go find here. I'm gonna put you in a text message with somebody. Go see them time you get there. You're going to Nike. I'm gonna put you with somebody that's gonna see you when you get there, and they're gonna make sure you ain't got no problems. Now it'll help you get and advance yourself. Otherwise, you're stagnated and you're on the chitlin circuit, or you're relegated. If that team ain't hot, then you are not as well. That's what happens. So we see how they go. Hope you guys understand. What do I know? What do I know? You guys keep wanting to think that there's wisdom that you guys can get and you can learn.
I like
And
that. I ain't gonna lie. I like
and
that. It makes sense. That's why I'm
if you
saying I didn't
don't
understand it at
band
first.
together,
But that makes sense.
it makes all the sense in the world. And that's the way, because now people get to see all the different people from Houston. Other Under Armour teams, that's all they know is that one guy.
Uh, and
Maybe,
Doug Jones just put this,
maybe they
Jimmy.
might know
Send
some
your,
other names. I'm just talking about that's all they see.
Jimmy, I'm finna put some on the screen. Send your Ruck on the Wood nominations to Jones at rcssports.com. Include the name, the height, the high school, and the class. All right? Send your Ruck on the Wood nominee. I can't wait to the Ruck on Wood. To Jones at rcssports.com. Include name, height, high school, and class. All right.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much it, man. We got to get on up
That's a
out of
good
here.
one, man. I like that. I like that. You gave me something. You gave me something to think about today.
I mean, but remember now, once I said it goes with those guys. That can't be done by no individual sneaker program director. It has to come from within their unit. They have to make an agreement. This
Okay,
is how we gonna
I got you.
operate.
Hey, this is how we gonna
We're
roll.
gonna be the super friends. This is how we
Okay.
can operate. And and the thing is, that program is paying for a room, a plane ticket, and a bed regardless. They're feeding a person regardless. That's in their budget. They have it budgeted. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to matter if it's you or him or him or him. Now, if y'all need somebody to go and help get those sneaker guys to come on board to listen to the opportunity or subscribe to the thought or at least entertain the thought, then I don't have a problem letting that guy know, asking, getting him influencing that person or that sneaker program to at least listen. All they're gonna do is say yes or no, and here's the deal though. For the ones that don't pay, and like you just said, they already paying the money anyway. Most of them, they buying a plane ticket, they buying a hotel bed, they feeding you during when the teams are eating.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting you in the van. They don't have to buy you no extra rental car. You ride in the van or with the cars with the parents anyway. So there's no extra space that you're asking them for.
You know what's so unique? That'll help the general public because I don't know what the hell done happened in all of these circuits this weekend. It's too many of them. And tomorrow, Jimmy, we'll cover this one. I'm gonna try to take a picture of it. But nobody said, Rafe Austin, I think you got on here late. Evidently, you got on here late. I ain't seen nobody said nothing about what no major college coaches was at the Puma circuit. Nobody said that. So I think somebody done called you and gave you the wrong damn information. Cause I know me and Jimmy ain't said it. Cause I don't know what the hell happened at the Puma circuit. Cause I wasn't there. So I know I didn't comment on it. So wherever you got your information and coming on here saying major college coaches was at the Puma circuit, nobody said they was not. So it didn't come from me and Jimmy. It might have came somebody on the feed, but I didn't see it. So I just want to get that straight, and we'll cover that tomorrow. College coaches was everywhere, I guess. Nobody came on this show and said what college. Somebody just said they prefer a certain circuits to the other one, and that's everybody, and that's okay. Everybody, but when you come on here, we got to have your opinions. Got to be based on facts. But I just saw that, Jimmy. It popped up on the screen late, but I don't know how that came about, but I just letting them know, no, somebody that gave you the wrong information. See, Jimmy, that's what I love about this show. That's why we have to get shit straight on this show, because people would get on this damn feed and get half of what we say and go to texting people talking about, well, they said this here, they said this here. Oh, I straightened them up last week. I straightened them up last week with this same stuff. Yeah. Somebody said, you hear a buzz name out there, and then somebody go texting instead of hearing the whole. And then guess what they tell me? Oh, I didn't see the whole thing. But you on there texting people. They talking about y'all on this show. So I just wanted to get that straight. I hope y'all got that.
That's
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You guys, man, come on, man. Y'all
Ain't nobody got time to be talking about nobody's circuit. I wasn't out there. I don't care. I ain't got a son or a daughter in it. I don't care. But when you send me information, I'll report the information. I don't care who was there, what school was there. I ain't nobody even talking about no college coaches today, did it? I didn't.
No, I mean, I know
I
that.
ain't saying about no college coaches today. But when you put it on that screen right there, it's my responsibility. That's what y'all got. Let's get this straight. You're all right, but when you put it on that screen, you make it my business. Now, Jimmy, you can take us out. You can take us on out, yeah?
And speaking of the college coaches, we had the Big Bang Showcase this past weekend in Houston. And a lot of teams, it attracted teams from DFW, from North Louisiana, South Louisiana, and of course the greater Houston area. And we had Division I coaches there. So a lot of teams from the area, they got a chance to sleep in their own bed and play in front of Division I coaches. And what made it good was that these players, of course, is on the bell curve because the talent level is not compatible to the sneaker circuit by no means. So, but what that means is those smaller budgeted school Division I's that were in the building, they were the red ant in this ant bed. So that means parents got to focus in on them. They go to one of those sneaker events. Ain't nobody studying about Alabama State in the building. You know what I'm saying? TSUs and none of that stuff like that. They're not studying about them at the big events. But here, they were big men on campus.
Absolutely.
But the point is, so therefore, guys like Brady Willis from Katy High School, who averaged about 20 and 15 this year during his high school season, he was the only player in the building that scored 20 points or more all 3 games that he played. And guess what? It moved the needle for him. People paying attention to him.
But so you said Brady's a white kid? Go get an offer from an HBCU?
Guess what? A player like him, certain players
in the SWAC,
a player like him, them little SWAC, them little AKs and the little deltas will eat Brady alive, skin him alive down there. Brady be down there. Hey.
Jimmy, in the SWAC, I ain't seen Brady play. But Brady, man, so he got to play against a dude like Jordan Carr-Nichols, who's on the Lakers Summer League team. He got to play against a guy like John Walker. He got to play against a guy like what?
Remember now, the guys that you mentioned were shells of themselves when they were freshmen at Montana and Texas A&M respectively. They were fragments of themselves.
But they were Division I players.
I'm just saying, but they were on Division.
They went to Division I colleges and came back to a lower Division I school.
You went to Division I school and didn't move the needle. It's the reason you had to get up out.
But they was all SWAC though. See, I'm talking about the SWAC.
I understand it. All SWAC 4 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later.
Yeah.
I'm saying when they were freshmen, if Jordan or the little kid that went to A&M, if they would have went to TSU as freshmen, neither one of them would have played. That's my point. When they were freshmen,
they didn't play. They didn't play at the other school as a freshman. Jimmy, most freshmen don't play, man. That what people don't understand. Most freshmen don't play.
So that's my point. So Brady doesn't have to be ready to play in the SWAC during his freshman year.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's my point I was making.
I got you.
You know, if all he got to do is buy into the theory, guess what would happen? It would gain him attention. First of all, he got to make a decision. He got to either A, probably pull about 2 more inches to be a valuable power forward, or B, get his body right because his perimeter skills and his accuracy from behind the arc is above average for
I like that.
for an 11, a rising 11th grader.
I
You
like
know,
that.
that's
I
the thing.
like that.
Speaking of, go check out on rcssports.com, go into the VIP news. Guess what I got for all of y'all? I got a recap from the Big Bang Classic with every kid that scored 20 points or more in each of those games. That was this past weekend. Got the names. That way now you can kind of measure, see how some kids fared. And and tomorrow, well, I'll be traveling tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I have some updates from you guys. Wednesday, live from the Peace Jam. And then I wrap up the week at the NBA Summer League in Vegas. So I catch the semifinals and the championship down there. Then I go and support Gary Charles with his event in Vegas, and that's grace him with the presence and show the OG some support down there. And then for getting on back to Houston. Meanwhile, you guys understand something. For those that aren't in Houston, since Thursday, since the Chop Shop, well, you guys know about the storm last week,
Mm,
and
mm.
hell, just me, my house. I'm not scheduled to get power restored, Heather, until Friday. So it will
Wow.
be that would be like 11 days of no power. My power is not scheduled to be restored in my neighborhood until Friday. My whole neighborhood. So that's tough times. Having and it's so many trees that are down on power lines in my neighborhood to this unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And so I'm right now, when we stay at the in-laws out in the Tascasita, stay out here and I go over to the house, mop and put some pine down, and every day try to keep the smell good, in the house, you know, and uh and come on back. But light, that's real world though. That's what people are dealing with
Yeah.
in Houston. Like everybody don't have power yet. And
Yeah.
and my community is one of them that don't have power yet. I know Herb Baker, he doesn't live far away. Alvin Brooks don't live far away from on that side of town. I'm curious to see if their neighborhoods, adjacent neighborhoods, have power or not over that Homestead area. But it's tough over there. It's rough. I'm
I
talking about
know.
it's some scary stuff
I
over there.
heard, man.
So you
I'm just,
guys make sure
I heard.
make sure if you're able. Just that it's just hard because normally this is the first time me being in this position where the power been off. That normally we roll up our sleeve with the chop shop, and I haven't had power. So you saw guys haven't seen me. We didn't have the internet. We had power at the in-laws, but we had no internet.
Hmm.
So I couldn't get on the chop shop any last week with you guys and share with you guys no internet.
And
And
you know
so
what though?
now,
I had Jim. Go.
say it again. I ain't hear you.
No, I had to, and the show went on because I happened to be out of town, so that's the only reason I could be able to do it every day.
Mm,
And it was people still coming on, barely had. They're using their phones, but people were still coming on to the chop shop all week.
man, this stuff is real.
Yeah.
So if you're in a position, guys, and you're able to, this is the perfect opportunity. If you're one of the coaches of the team, you want to create a life-lasting experience. I strongly encourage you guys to get some of your teams or some of your players, if they have power and they're able to, load up, load them up in the car, and go and try to give back and supply some people in your old community or in one of the communities, and take some stuff and drop off to them. I'm telling you something. Those kids will never ever forget that as long as they live. If you can teach them how to give back, then what you're planning is an immeasurable component that's missing in our society, where people don't know how to give back. They really just don't know how to. Once you expose them to that, then you're talking about something that can be greatly appreciate it, and it can create. And guess what? You never know who you give, who's the recipient. You never know who's the recipient. So anyway, you guys make sure, take heed to it, and try to do what you can. But we got to get up out of here. It's time to slide down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing. Once again, go to the website, rcssports.com. Go and share this show on your way out the door. But we got to keep it rocking. And I'm going to go and get some work done. I got to get the packing and all this stuff. Get over to
All
the
right,
house
safe travels,
and
Doc.
get back. I'll see you guys in a minute. Y'all be good.
We out. I hit that button. Let's go.
Jim Hicks. Rob had in to the Chop Shop. I'm retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.